don't think I have to explain myself much. First place versus 20th place. Dude, come on, dude. Like, this is easiest prediction of my life, dude. Come on, dude.
The best team in the league is going to underestimate the worst team in the league, and they're going to play in the worst team in the league's backyard. And the worst team in the league happens to have players like Ben Brereton Diaz, who, did you see how good he was at the Copa America? Do you see how good he is for Chile? Players like Adam Armstrong, who have done it, who have proven themselves, like Cameron Archer, who have shown their ability. He's up and coming. He knows how to. He's got the pace. He knows how to go in on the counterattack and try to
Yes.
expose Virgil van Dijk. So you really have to think about how you're going to consider this game. And I thought about this for a long time, and I'm going to go with.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Welcome to episode 13 of the CoDaKrew podcast. International break is over, and we are coming back at you with another Premier League prediction video. Now, just as a reminder, the way this works is that me and Kaibo are competing to get as many predictions right as possible. In each match week, there are 10 games, and we predict whether it's going to be a win, a loss, or a draw. And if you get it right, you get a point. There's also multipliers, and those are kind of complicated, but they're going to be shown on screen right now. And also shown on screen right now are our predictions from last week. So right now we are on 48 points apiece. It's all tied up. So pretty close competition, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I mean, it's crazy. We've kind of been pretty even for like all of our episodes. Surprisingly, I thought like one of us would like start,
playing.
making a distance away, but surprisingly, we're still very, very even. So it's exciting. Yeah.
Well, either means I don't know what that means, but it's exciting for the viewers.
Alright.
I hope. I guess we get started now. Let's get started with a very fun match: Leicester versus Chelsea. Actually, you know what? It might not be that competitive, but I think it'll be pretty fun.
Ooh, Darian,
It'll be a
are
good.
you taking that?
It'll be an entertaining match, I think.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I would like to apologize to Darian. I'm sorry. You're getting absolutely destroyed, dude. Chelsea's
Wait,
gonna
yo,
win
watch
this.
our schedule. By the way, literally we got Man United 2 seconds after they sacked Eric Ten Hag. Like seriously, and then immediately after that, we're getting Chelsea, bro. Like, what is this?
Hey, you guys just gotta prove that you guys are up there and can compete with the contenders, bro.
Yo, no one thinks we compete with the contenders, bro. When was that? We were never trying to compete. Our only goal is to not get relegated.
Okay, and you guys are doing a
Wow.
good job at that right now. Well, a solid job anyway.
Guess so.
Zero faith, let me just say. I mean, dude,
Me too. I also have zero faith, to be clear.
that's okay. I
I'm
just feel
looking at.
bad for
I'm
you.
honestly. I'm looking at I'm looking at like our next few matches. Can you just list our next few matches? This is a little bit rough. This is a little bit
Yeah,
rough. I'm not gonna lie.
go ahead, man.
Um, Chelsea. So Chelsea, obviously. Then Brentford away, and I think Brentford have one of the best home records in the entire Prem this year, maybe the best. Then West Ham away, Brighton away, Newcastle at home, and then finally one game that we might actually have a chance of winning is Wolves away. But that is more than a month away from now.
Yeah, you guys just got a tough strength of schedule, I guess. That's a tough end of the stick.
Can I just say, you guys have Liverpool, then Manchester City back to back right after the Wolves game?
Yo,
Yo, low key, this schedule might not be fair for
Wait.
you guys. I think that, I feel like the football gods, they just want you guys to be relegated.
yo,
But it's okay, because you gotta prove them wrong,
exactly. I've got
Yep.
to have faith in the Foxes, bro. We'll sneak in some points here and there. We'll find a way.
Yeah. But again,
Uh,
this is pretty obvious. I feel like Chelsea's gonna win. I mean, also, you actually, which is something that's really interesting, is that a lot of these England players are actually not going to the Nations League, which honestly is it's a good call, I would say. But with Cole Palmer rested, with Levi Colwill also rested, surely the win, right? Surely. And
We're about to get wrecked.
yeah, you're about to get wrecked. Absolutely, yeah.
yeah, quite unfortunate, but it's okay. There's still plenty of season left. Hopefully, you guys will stay afloat. Next one. I think I actually really like this one. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest.
Man, okay.
This one is
You
fun.
know what?
Who's favorite team right here? Nottingham Forest.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, look.
Not,
I'm
not,
sorry about this. I kind of feel bad saying this,
yo,
but
not.
I want you. Okay, if we look at the games that Nottingham Forest has won so far. They haven't played any of the teams that are like, up there. They've played decent teams.
Didn't they beat Liverpool? Isn't that
They
your one
did.
loss, bro?
Yeah, but I want to see if they can replicate that.
Okay.
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 And they've just been winning games against mid-table and lower table teams, which is honestly it's great. It's great. It's great. But we haven't seen them play a higher up team since us Liverpool back in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they can replicate that form against Arsenal. Okay? So, you know what? I do believe in Nottingham. I really do. But I want them to prove to me that they really are legit. Like they genuinely are legit. And it's not just an easier table. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to give this to Arsenal. I feel bad for saying this. I genuinely I really do hope. I genuinely hope that Nottingham wins this. I really,
You're
really,
you're you're challenging them to win this.
I
La-
really do. I really do want them. But keep in
la-
mind, Declan Rice is rested. Saka is rested. And I just feel like, dude, there's gonna be a time when Arsenal's finally gonna win, right? They've they haven't won in the past 3 matches.
Well, the thing is, the time is now because, as you're saying, these players are well rested, and a bunch of the players that were injured in the past are all back now.
Yes,
So
yes, absolutely. Is Odegaard back? I believe he was in training, right?
I think he might be back. But I mean,
Okay.
I'm just saying, like even from like last week against Chelsea, they had a bunch of players back that were gone before.
Yeah.
And I want to say one other thing, which is like last time, bro. It was I think Nottingham against Newcastle, and we both said Nottingham was gonna win, and Nottingham disappointed us. So like, I don't got faith in these guys anymore, bro. They betrayed me.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You
Dude,
guys have
it's just
always had
one
faith in
game.
Nottingham.
I'm just saying, I feel like I've been crapping on Nottingham. I was crapping on Nottingham too much before that game. So like, okay, I have to reverse course correct, and it didn't work. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I do have to give this to Arsenal. Also, Arsenal is at home, so I just have to give it to them. Yeah, hurts me to say that, but I
Okay.
have to do it for the predictions.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yes, you gotta pull up ahead, but okay. Although in our hearts we hope Nottingham will win.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
go Nottingham.
Yes. All right. Next one. Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace.
Man, I think this is pretty straightforward. We have a mid-table team versus 18th place relegation zone. So I have to give this to Aston Villa, and also Aston Villa is at home. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. Crystal Palace are continuing their extremely underwhelming season and their extremely underwhelming attack. So the thing is, I don't see them scoring against Villa. Especially remember, Villa have arguably one of the best keepers in the world right now, and Villa are probably going to score at least one goal. So by that logic, they're going to win.
I do want to say, a few match days ago, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace actually did play in the Carabao Cup, and Crystal Palace actually won.
Okay, but was that
But
was that with their was that with the A teams though?
uh, good question.
Let me see. Yeah.
Not
Well,
really.
seeing that
No,
seeing that the
it
starting
was.
keeper in that match for Aston Villa was Joe Gauchi. No, it wasn't.
Oh, bro, but Tyrone Mings was starting. I love Tyrone Mings. But so I'm sorry, I'm going off track. But yeah, I think that this is going to be like an A team, what you said before. Aston Villa's going to care a lot more. So yeah, I do have to give this to Aston Villa, even though Aston Villa have lost. I'm just looking at their past records right now, and man, it's just loss, 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 loss. You know,
Oh
it's
yeah,
hard.
True, but I
you
mean,
were
I
pretty
feel like
high
Villa
up
is
before.
probably
What
okay.
happened?
But to be fair, Villa is worse than everyone they've lost to recently. I mean, sorry, Palace is worse than everyone that Villa has lost to recently. I guess besides Palace because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't look too much into it. And also, there's the international break. There's a reset for them. So
Oh yeah, yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
So
Aston Villa will still win, but this is also a little. I do have my doubts, but I do believe Aston Villa will pull it off.
yeah,
yeah, but honestly, I'm actually surprised that Aston Villa's fallen the table these days.
Yeah, expected
Yeah,
more.
dropping to ninth is actually crazy. They were pretty high up there early on. Uh-huh. All right then. I guess we move on. This one is I think this one's really, really interesting though. Bournemouth versus Brighton. We know
Man.
Bournemouth, like, they play well against good teams.
Yes,
Bright
and you know what? That is the driving factor for my prediction. Bournemouth is great against higher table teams. Brighton are, I mean, if you look at their track record, they've actually been very questionable against mid-table to lower table teams. Um, Brighton tends to play down. So for this reason, I have to give it to Bournemouth.
Odd. Okay, so I mean, listen, you're right about Bournemouth typically plays well against higher table teams, but that's not some dogmatic truth. It's because Bournemouth are good on the counterattack and play well against teams that just sort of press you and try to score the goals by just, inflicting a lot of pressure on you. But that's the opposite of how Brighton play. Brighton soak up pressure and hit you on the counter, which is, the exact way you would want to play against Bournemouth to break down their defense. So if anything, I think the fact that Bournemouth play the way they do, it would benefit Brighton in this situation. And you're right about Brighton playing down to mid-table teams. And I think that's because the way Brighton play, the sort of wing attack, which I'm constantly talking about, has its benefits and its downsides. The downside is that it's really form dependent. If you're on bad form, then that is a very ineffective way to play. But Brighton are coming off of literally just beating City. So they're on amazing form. So all the signs to me point to Brighton is going to win this match. And honestly, I'm pretty confident, so I'm gonna actually give you a times 3 multiplier for that one.
And I was going to give you times 3 multiplier on that too, because I cannot be making my multiplier mistakes again. However, I
Okay.
do want to say that actually, you know what? I'm going to put a times 2. I'm sorry, take that back. I'm putting a times 2.
Okay.
And however, I do want to say it's interesting. You're bringing up form, which keep in mind that form that you're referencing is one match day, and that one match day was. I mean, that one match day, and then there's an international break in between. Do you believe that form is going to carry over?
I mean, what else is there to base it off of? In a way, yes, I think it will. But also, if we're just like, even if we ignore that, I think that just the way that the teams match up, it's just more advantageous for Brighton. The way Brighton play is like they just match up really well against Bournemouth.
Wait, so they're both counter-attacking teams, right?
Well,
Uh,
I wouldn't call okay, Brighton's not a pure counterattacking team, but it's just the fact that they're so lethal on the counterattack means that they'll be especially threatening to Bournemouth, which isn't good at dealing with counterattacks.
But Bournemouth doesn't, like, they do counterattacks a lot. They don't do as much normal attacks. Am I right in saying that?
Bro said normal attacks.
Yo, well, how else are you supposed to say that?
I guess they're not like the kind of team that sort of breaks down, plays
Like
possession ball.
possession ball, yeah. No. You're right. You're right. Okay, I see your point, but I mean, I just don't. I don't. I think play style is like. I don't know. I feel like teams are very adaptable, and I feel like, especially if like lower table teams, like it's just harder to predict like these games like this. I don't know. Yeah.
I see that. I just think that like I was debating whether or not to give this a draw or give this a win to Brighton, but I'm just going off of the instincts. Like I'm just thinking like when it comes to these games, really the tactics is often what separates them. It separates like it's what separates, for example, like Everton and Wolves, for example.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, that's fair.
at a certain level, it's not even about the talent on your team anymore. And can I be honest with you about the multiplier thing?
Yes.
I feel like we're starting to get better at this. And so I feel like there's going to be less and less opportunities for me to put a multiplier on. I'm looking at the rest of the games, and a lot of these games I think are pretty easy to predict. So that's also partially why I'm going real fast with the multipliers.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, me too. Yeah, like honestly, like I
Uh,
wouldn't be surprised if we only have like one or two disagreements. So like the second I see a disagreement, I need to put a multiplier on that, or else I'm just
No,
screwed.
ironically,
uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if there are any disagreements later on. Right. All right. Then I guess we shall move on once yet again. This time to Everton, Brentford.
All right. Well, you know what? I am the infamous Everton hater. However, I
Yeah.
must say Brentford have lost all 5 of their Premier League away games this
Zero,
season,
zero,
and what are
zero
they?
point
Oh,
five.
They are away right now. However, they're playing against Everton. And Everton, you know what? They're shit. I don't care what you say.
What
I don't
you
like them.
what?
Yo,
I don't like them.
Oh my god.
They're shit.
of course, you're still
Oh
on
my
the
So
god.
train.
That's
You're not getting
I
crazy.
off.
will give this. So we have the fact that Brentford is shit away, and Everton is just shit in general. So this is a draw for me.
Okay. So in their past 8 games, Everton have lost 1. I just want to put that out there. So I don't know what you're talking about. Again,
Yeah.
I feel like I keep saying this, but since Brentford came back, it's just a whole new team. You think Brentford are cursed right now away from home? You think the one team that's gonna end Brentford's curse, that's mentally handicapping them, you think that one team is gonna be the team led by Sean Dyche? Hell no. This is gonna be an easy win for everything. Sean
I
Dyche
don't
is
know
the
about
master of
how
mind games.
no.
Yeah, but Sean Dyche, they're 16th. Are they feeling the pressure yet? Is this still? I don't know. Is he doing his master plan? I don't
This
know.
is the master plan. No, because here's the thing. It's not just about making sure you're near the relegation zone. It's about strategically choosing where you take the wins. And like this is just when you look at it from a mental perspective, this is just the kind of thing that's really good for Everton. So I think
I
they're gonna go all out in this match. I think they're gonna
uh,
win.
Oh, I see. So
okay, I
you
see. So Sean Dyche sees this and he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah,
Sean
I
Dyche
want
just
to
look at the
inflict more
schedule and
pain
he's
on
like, I should
Brentford."
win one of these games. And which one? And then he sees Brentford away from Brentford at in
He
Everton,
wants
and
to
he's like, okay, that
inflict
one.
that pain. He wants to inflict that pain on Brentford.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Oh
all
my
right.
god, dude.
And honestly, I'll be honest, because we literally said we have to do this for every disagreement, and I honestly I genuinely don't see how you can't how why you would think Brentford wouldn't lose this game from how cursed they are. Remember last time? Last time they almost ended the curse, but it was the last second goal they conceded. Okay? Like if that doesn't tell you that they're mentally screwed right now, I don't know what will.
All right,
Okay.
Darian, you're putting a ×2 on this.
Yeah.
And I'm putting a ×3 on that, I guess. I mean, I genuinely don't see any other game that we would disagree on. So, yeah, I guess we're putting
All
multipliers
right. Well,
down.
you're not. I guess you're not ready for my Southampton win prediction then.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
What is this guy on?
Southampton might pull it off. We'll get that later. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
this out later. Yeah.
All right. But for now, we go to Fulham versus Wolves.
I mean, I think this is pretty obvious. I mean, you're playing Wolverhampton. If you don't win, while Wolverhampton is in your home, dude, I don't know, man. I think this is an easy Fulham win.
I mean, this is another case of the matchups are really good. Wolves got their first win, I think, last match day, right? But that's because they were playing. Were they playing Southampton? It was
They
someone
were
who had
playing.
a really,
They were
really
playing
bad
Southampton. Yes,
Yes, they
offense,
were playing
and
Southampton.
that's why they won because Wolves, as we all know, has a horrible defense. But you know, if your opponent has a bad offense, it doesn't matter. But Fulham do. Fulham, it's not even about their offense necessarily. It's more like the midfield that presses them and creates a lot of opportunities. And so I think this should be a good matchup for Fulham.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
That's
well said. Yes, I
quite
mean,
a long way to get to a simple answer.
yeah.
I mean,
Basically, he
again,
said
it's
all
not
that.
it's not always so simple though. It's not about the talent.
It isn't, but I mean, you're playing
Uh-huh.
Wolves, so I mean, you better
Okay,
win.
all
You
right,
better win. You know? Yeah.
All right,
okay,
all right,
okay. We get it.
all right, all right. I guess that's it for this one. Next
Yep.
one though, Man City versus Tottenham. Man City's been on a losing streak lately, and that losing streak
Four
began
game
with a
losing
loss
streak.
against Tottenham.
Man.
So
Target velocity against Tottenham, 4 game losing streak.
yes,
Will it become 5?
I
Wow,
mean,
that's a good question. You know what? Man City, there's a reason why they are Man City, right?
Okay.
They are champions, right? They've won 6 of the last Premier League titles. They won a treble 2 seasons ago, right? These guys are serial winners, right? They lost 4 games in a row, right? This is the time for them to come back. This is the perfect game for them to come back, right? They're playing against the team that started this losing streak, that started this bad form, right? Pep is not going to let them lose, especially at home. There is way, no way at all, right? All of these games that they've lost, they've been away, and now they come back to the Etihad Stadium. There's no way they lose, okay? And for that reason, Man City, and also, before I let you continue, right? I just want to add one more point. Tottenham, they're not winning 2 times in a row. I know Tottenham. I know how they play. I'm in their head. There's no way. There's no
No,
way.
yeah, they're way too Spursy. Way too
Yeah,
Spursy.
yeah,
Also,
yeah.
they're mentally screwed right now. I mean, here's the thing, right? Why is City on a 4-game losing streak? It's because their defense is cooked. It's because Rodri, Diaz, and Stones are all out. And here's the thing, right? So the way you beat them, like think about the teams that beat them in this 4-game streak. The first one against Tottenham, neither team was playing their eighth. Neither team were sending on their eighth squad. Then you have, the game against Sporting which has a great attack, which has Victor Gokras, one of the best strikers in the world right now. And then they have Brighton, who has a very dangerous counterattack. Now, compare that to a team like Tottenham, who's insistent on playing Richarlison and Timo Werner despite their terrible form for the past 3 years. And I don't think they'll be capable of breaking down the weakness that Man City has defensively. So yeah, City win.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfectly said.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I managed to hold in my laughter while I said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, next one. I think you guys believe that Southampton will pull off the win against Liverpool.
Darian,
Yeah, I mean, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a long
I
time
want you
coming,
to
bro. For
watch your mouth.
Southampton, it really
Watch
is.
the
It's a
next few
long time
words you
coming.
say.
It's a
Come
long
on,
time
Jared.
coming, bro.
I want you to watch. Okay, I want you to be careful what you're gonna say next. All right.
Okay.
I want you to really, really think about it. Just really think about it. Take a moment for yourself. Right? Just really think
Okay.
about it.
Okay. How about you go
It's a
first?
What?
Then?
Southampton win,
Okay.
right?
How about you go first then? How about you go
All
first?
right, I will go first.
Wow.
I'll give you a moment for you to reflect, to really think about this one. Okay? I'm
Okay.
helping you out here. Okay?
Sure.
Dude, I don't think I have to explain myself much. First place versus 20th place. Dude, come on, dude. Like, this is easiest prediction of my life, dude. Come on, dude. A
Okay.
Liverpool win. Like, what?
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, the way I see it is like, you have the best team in the league, you have the worst team in the league, and the best team in the league is gonna underestimate the worst team in the league, and they're gonna play in the worst team in the league's backyard. And the worst team in the league happens to have players like Ben Brereton Diaz, who did you see how good he was at the Copa America? Do you see how good he is for Chile? Players like Adam Armstrong, who have done it, who have proven themselves, like Cameron Archer, who have shown their ability. He's up and coming. He knows how to. He's got the pace. He knows how to go in on the counterattack and try to
Yes.
expose Virgil van Dijk. So you really have to think about how you're going to consider this game. And I thought about this for a long time, and I'm going to go with a Liverpool win. Obviously, I was just trolling.
Oh my
Oh.
god. I was gonna lose it.
Yeah. Well, that
You
that
know,
was
I found this
actually.
really interesting statistic. Did you know more people have been on the moon than dribbled past Virgil van Dijk?
In his entire career, just since at Liverpool.
Wait, that's a good question.
Because I mean, this guy was like a striker. Like when he was a striker, surely people are dribbling past him all
Okay,
the
I
time.
think maybe as like a defense. I'm not too sure. Let me look into it. I actually really
I
don't
mean,
know. Should I?
I remember there was one season in which not a single player dribbled past him
Yep.
in 2019,
That's
right?
yep. And then guess what happened that season? Passy.
That season, Ballon d'Or was robbed, but that's
Yeah.
how the Ballon d'Or works nowadays. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah. Kind of sucks.
Yeah. It is what it is,
You
though.
know, on that debate, what award matters then? Would you say UEFA best? Like
Honestly,
what?
here's the thing. It depends on what you mean by matters. The Ballon d'Or still has the most prestige, but in
Yep.
terms of what is the best award at how do you say it? What's the best award at accurately evaluating who the best player is? I think uh what is it even called? UEFA best player? What even is it?
Yes. Yes. UEFA
Yeah,
the
I think
best
that's
player. Like
probably
the
just
yeah.
I think that's probably the most accurate award.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely been very accurate for the years. I mean, if you just look at like Lewandowski won it,
Lewandowski
all
won it,
those
Van Dijk
years,
won it. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
Um, you know,
it
I just found out that Van Dijk used to play for Southampton.
really,
a lot of good
Y-
players came out of Southampton.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. These players on Southampton right now in the future, they could be future Ballon d'Or winners.
I mean,
What?
yeah, like in 10 years, Cameron Archer is gonna be like, is gonna be the three-man duel. He's the replacement for Lewandowski, the long-term replacement for Lewandowski at Barcelona.
So if they pop off a bit early, if they just after this long break, they start popping off. Crazy things can happen. Just saying.
Yeah, you never know.
okay, okay. But I do want to say like the UEFA the best awards. If you actually look at it, they are. They are, I would say, better than the Ballon d'Or in
They are.
terms of accuracy. It's not perfect, obviously. No award's going to be perfect because at the end of the day, all of these awards are subjective.
Yeah.
But it's been decent. I mean, I would argue, Frank Ribery in 2013, that shit's, I don't know, bro. Or Jorginho in 2020, I don't know. But other than that, I would say it's relatively pretty accurate.
I think I don't want to spend too long. So is it cool if I just say one final word about it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the thing with the best player, it's more of like an underground. What do the streets think? Like that Jorginho thing, it's like a street. Like the streets remember Jorginho that 1 year in 20. Like you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm, yeah, that's fair, but Lewandowski should have won that again, But hey, that's okay. It's an acceptable pick. Okay, I
Yeah.
mean, if you put Messi again there, oh, dude, let me just say, I'm gonna crash out. But yeah,
Well, he can't. He can't. He's not in UEFA anymore, is he?
yeah, he isn't. You're right. You're right.
All right, all right. I think that's enough for this one. I think we should move on to Ipswich versus Man United. Man United finally got Amorim, so let's see how he decides to shape off this shape the squad.
Man, I mean, I think we can both agree Man United win. Like, I feel like this is just pretty,
Yeah,
obvious. Can
but
we
I'll
agree
give
on
it
that,
to you. That's
Darian?
the most likely outcome, and it's my prediction. Yeah.
Okay.
I think what's interesting is how Man United will do it.
Yep.
How will they look?
It's also
I mean,
interesting how much of a fight Ipswich can give them because remember they just beat Tottenham. They have a strong attack, and Amarin, like the way Amarin sets up, he's basically just relying on those three center backs to hold down the defensive line. And while Lenny Euro is still injured, is there sort of an opening there where Ipswich, who their strength is their attack, can sneak a goal or two in?
hmm. Um, you know, to be honest with you, I do agree, especially with all these new players playing in a new system. It's going to take time for them to adapt,
Mhm.
right? And however, I see this still going Man United's way, just because I mean, new coach, new environment, and Man United always does well when they have a new coach, right? Always,
That boost is real.
yeah. However, it's interesting. I mean, playing with a three back, I do want to say when Lenny Euro comes back, that back three will hold it down. Like that is
Yeah.
a great, great, great back three.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I genuinely think that once Lenny Euro comes back, this Man United team will be scary. Trust me, it will be.
No, I
And
fully agree with that. Yeah.
I believe that the that people should be placing on Ruben Amorim this season is making a deep run into the Europa League. I feel like that 100% is possible. The Prem, that's you can do it. No one
Well,
cares. Okay,
I
that's
think okay. I'll be to play devil's advocate. Man United doing well in the Prem isn't as surprising as you think. Can I try to make you answer a question?
okay.
So just try to guess. So right now, third place in the Premier League is Chelsea, and Man United are in 13th. What do you think is the point separation between Man United and
No, I know
Chelsea?
it's very close. It's like 4 points.
It's four
Yeah.
points. And what's the
Yes.
difference between Chelsea and Man City, the second place team? 4 points. City and Liverpool, 5 points. So, like, if you just look at the placement on the table, yeah, it's an insurmountable hill to climb for United. But if you look at the actual points, it's actually very doable that they could end up placing like into Europa, or even maybe Champions League if they really do well.
Mm, that is
Yeah,
fair, yes. But you know what? That is fair, yes. I guess so. Yeah, I have to agree with you. Honestly,
yeah,
that's a good
I
point.
know. And also,
Yeah.
you guys are only 11 matches into the
Honestly, the
season.
fact it's so close, like this really shows, bro. The Premier League is becoming more and more competitive, and the mid-table teams that 10, 15 years ago you could reliably beat is like there are no easy games anymore in the Prem unless you're playing like Southampton or Wolves. But there's almost no easy games. Like an easy free win is few and far between now in your schedule.
I mean, from the point of view of, a Liverpool fan, every game is a breeze for us, you know?
Okay.
All right. What
Right.
about the one against Nottingham
Unless you're
Forest?
an entitled Liverpool or City fan, there are no more free games basically in the Premier League.
That is fair and it's really good, yeah. But honestly, I do wish that the table was a little more closer near the top, like just for entertainment wise.
I
Because
think
right now there is
well,
quite a big gap between just first and second. It's like
that's true.
clearly
But
two
listen,
horses.
to be fair, Chelsea are only getting better. Arsenal are getting their injuries back. City is going to be coming back because they always come back, and their injury problems are going to go away eventually. So y'all are maybe 5 points clear now, but like
You guys
those
gotta turn
5 points
back.
is not that big of a cushion.
That is fair. That absolutely is fair. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's your point, but I just don't see Slot slipping up at
Yeah,
all.
I don't see him. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna choke it or anything. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna run away with it either. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Oh no, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it will be very, very close. I wouldn't be surprised if it came down to the last match day. Yeah.
Okay. Also, I just want to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, bro. Who's his next guest?
Wait, can we get to
Dude.
our last game first, bro? We still have another game, bro.
All right. Wait. Oh wait, did we?
Just quickly.
Wait. Before we actually touch on any of that, I just want to say, a few weeks ago, people were talking about how hard our new schedule was. Do you remember that? You remember that, right? I believe we
But yeah,
touched upon that, right?
yeah. You
We
you
had a.
literally said you literally said you were scared, or maybe those weren't the exact words, but you said like you were really worried about the future schedule for Liverpool.
I said, did I say that?
You definitely said something along those lines.
I said I was
I vividly
concerned.
remember you saying that.
But funnily enough, I also did say that we're probably going to win everything and then just lose against Southampton. And I would not be surprised. And honestly, if that happens, whatever, bro. Let's just beat Madrid. Let's just beat City. Okay. And honestly,
W mindset.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
listen. I know we all talk about Liverpool have gotten tested, and they really have by now. But there's one more. Well, actually, there's two tests that are coming up real soon.
yes.
Besides this
yes.
easy Southampton win, which is right after the Southampton win, Real Madrid in the Champions League and City in the Premier League. That's
Hmm.
going to be two fun matches.
That
Wait,
will be
wait.
absolutely.
Kaibo, I'm interested to hear. Would you rather win the Southampton one but lose to both Madrid and Man City, or lose the Southampton but win against Madrid and City?
Dude, winning against Madrid City easy. And
Yeah,
the reason
that's
why
an
is
easy
because
question, bro. Y'all lost
easy.
to Nottingham a few months ago, and no one's talking about it anymore. So like, if you can lose this, and then you'll beat City, and then the the amount that City catches up from you losing to Southampton, you make up by beating City again, and then no one's gonna remember that the Southampton loss ever happened.
Okay, what
Yeah.
if you lose against Newcastle as well?
Sure. I would still take Madrid and City,
No, you would
mainly
still take
because
them. It's not about how many points you get. It's about the separation between you and City. That's what really
that
matters.
is, yes, I only care about separating against City. And also, if we beat City, goal differential, right? And secondly, we need revenge, man. That's like also the motivating factor. What Madrid did to us a few years ago, we're gonna kill them in Anfield. I'm telling you. Like, it's gonna be so fun to watch. I'm telling you, man. 7
Oh yeah,
0, dude.
and also Real Madrid is down, but yo,
I just
I
want to
I
say,
feel like I feel like the calm perception is Barca's the best team in the world right now. Liverpool, bro, if they win these two matches, they're gonna be knocking on that door. They're gonna the whole world will be on alert because I feel like there's still some like I don't want to say disrespect, but people I feel like are still underestimating Liverpool a little bit. I'll be honest.
that is, yeah, that is true. But I feel like that's also just because we haven't really been playing. We haven't played any top tier teams yet. We really haven't. Arsenal's not top tier like that. Let's be for
That's
real, you know. And uh, to be fair, what Barca's doing is just it's just a really big turnaround from last season. Like I know, like obviously, like it's also a decent turnaround for us too, right? But at least
also
we
that's
won.
considering you have a new manager that's replacing literally Jurgen flipping Klopp.
Yeah, that is fair. But it's just the margins that Barca is winning is crazy,
That's
right?
true.
How they're winning, like the like just the things that they're doing, like that are not just shown in the scoreboard,
They
is just
play
incredible.
they
Oh
play
yeah,
very sexy
I do think
football.
that comparatively, you guys are having kind of sort of playing like you guys are comparatively playing sort of boring football, just winning like 1-0, 2-0 matches. That are like
Yeah,
it's like a what do you call it? It's like a very dominant and like it's like a very reassuring 1-0, 2-0 win, but it's not an entertaining 1-0, 2-0 win.
yeah, but
The
Barcelona, their
yeah.
football is sexy, very hot.
It's the
What?
tiki taka, you know. It's no, but it's no. He has a point though. It's a tiki taka. It's entertaining. It's like it's constant action, constant pacing.
No,
Whereas
that is
y'all are more
fair,
like
but it
chill.
also is just a contrast of play styles between Jurgen Klopp and Slot. Like they have very similar play styles, but Slot's just a little more controlled, whereas Klopp like literally encourages that chaos to happen.
Damn,
Right?
that was really what I was about to say.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, no, exactly. No, literally what you just said. Exactly true.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly. So it's just difference in play style. All right, we should definitely get our last match day finished up.
okay. Newcastle, West Ham.
I think,
Newcastle.
yeah, Newcastle.
The
What
thing
is
is,
there to say, guys?
bro, West
Like,
Ham has been so bad lately. Like, no one's talking about this, but West Ham's not even that far away from relegation right now.
you know it's bad when you lose, when you tie with Everton at home. That's all I gotta say. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, and then like Newcastle are honestly just like a mid-table team right now. They're not. They were overhyped at the start of the season, but like now it's just sort of like they're just kind of mid, and mid is probably enough, especially at home for West Ham.
To be fair, in this tight table, mid is like a compliment almost. If you look at like how the table is distributed, like
No,
I've
that's
been looking
true.
at it a little bit more. Like being called mid is honestly, if I were a mid-table team,
Being a mid team in the Premier League in 2024 is a compliment.
I would genuinely take that. Like honestly, that's pretty good. Any place from 5th to 13th that's considered mid within 4 points, that's pretty good, and I would take that.
Third to
You know?
13th is within 4 points, not fifth to 13th. That's 11 teams that are all within 4 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. And again, yeah, it's a tight table. I like
That's the
it. I enjoy it.
majority of. That's literally the majority of the league is all within 4 points.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually crazy.
Yeah. No, it's a tight table, but it's good. It's good. Very
Uh,
entertaining. Yep.
all right, all right. Let's like. Can we talk about the Cristiano Ronaldo now?
Yeah, let's talk about. Okay, wait. Okay, I'll be honest though. I feel like. Do you think? Well, do you think we'll have already known by the time this is released?
Uh, man, who cares?
Yeah,
Okay.
It'd
we
be
can say it
funny.
anyways. We can.
It would be funny.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
We can say it.
And I'm gonna cut them off right there. Oh hey, editor guy here. Basically, these three yapped for about 7 minutes and still got their predictions wrong. Darian was guessing that either Speed or Messi would be in Ronaldo's new upload. Of course, if you're watching this video, you've probably heard that it was Mr. Beast who came on as a guest. Also, I just made my channel debut in our previous episode on the CONCACAF Nations League. Please give it a watch if you haven't yet. Thank you.
That's it, man. I mean, there's only that many famous people out there. You know, that's it. That's it, man.
Yeah. All right, then. I think then we'll wrap up this episode.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. Make sure to drop a follow, drop a like, and see you guys next week. Thank you, guys. Peace.